Hey, I'm Greg from the Gamma Ray Society, and I have before me a box of Star Wars Unlimited Twilight of the Republic. And yes, this is part of the recent price dump that you saw from Amazon, from Game Nerd's outlet. $38.50. I saw the price. I just bought it immediately. Didn't even think about it. Paid $6 for shipping and handling, a couple more dollars for taxes. So if I can get $47 worth of value back out of this box, I'll be money ahead. And I'll also be looking at using a third-party selling entity, Cool Stuff Inc. That's who I use to sell back to my Star Wars Unlimited cards. If I could actually get hard dollars back from this particular purchase. I did notice that they don't have the prices at $38.50 anymore, but let's see what happens here. We're gonna open this up and maybe I got something good, maybe I didn't. You know, I think one showcase, if you get the right showcase, you're gonna be very, very close to money ahead, but there they are. It's hard for me to think that, my God, everything's going all over the place. Hard for me to think that with all these packs, I wouldn't be able to get $50 worth of value. Maybe that's still the case. I know that the prices in this are not very good, but you know, we'll see what happens. All right, pack number one. Let's see what happens here. I'm not going to be going through the commons and the uncommons all that much. I'm going to be just jumping right to the well, there's a dwarf spider droid. Right to the uncommons and the rares. Let's see. Savage Press, General's Blade, and a Heavy Persuader tank. Fair enough. I will move always over here. Pack number two. All right, showcase. Maul. That's actually, I do like playing with Maul. I love this game. You know, I really hope this game continues because I think it's just a fantastic game. Magnum Guard, Winglater. Hello there. Hi, how are you doing? Caught in the Crossfire is my rare, and Bold Resistance is the foil. Fine. That's fine, fine, fine. Pack number three. Let's see what we got. Like I said, any showcase leader would be fine. Count Dooku. I don't play a lot with Count Dooku, but that's fine. Resupply. Let's see. Let's get to the tactical droid. And Sandhill. What in the Sandhill are you talking about? All right, there's another rare. Haven't gotten a legendary yet. And you know, that is kind of disappointing with these cards. You know, I consider myself a casual gamer. But I do love collecting cards. And it is one of the problems that I'm seeing with this Star Wars Unlimited. It just doesn't hold a lot of value. Guerrilla Insurgency and Infiltrating Demolitioner is the foil. And it's hard to get a legendary, as I'm seeing right now. 5 packs in, don't have a legendary. Obi-Wan. And the legendaries that you get just don't have a lot of value. Now there's a Bo-Katan Kryze with the hyperspace with the rare. That's good. Execute Order 66 as another rare, so that was a 2 rare pack. That's good. But I do love collecting cards, and when I started this game, Jango Fett, I thought that, you know, collecting would be really good, but it'd have good value afterwards because everybody, all right, there's a good one. Cad Bane, legendary. That's my first legendary, and that is one of the legendary hits that's actually holding value. It's not hyperspace, but that's all right. Wartime Profiteering is the foil. So that's my first hit. You know, I'm not quite sure all the other rares are going to be worth much in this set. Yoda, that's good. Going on to Heavy 5s as a rare, and a Republic Commando Hyperspace foil. It's a common though, so I doubt there's going to be much value there. So let's get another legendary, shall we? Another high value legendary. All right, moving on. Zero the Hutt, Ossie Sobek, Calculating Magna Guard, and a Pow City as the rare. It is a little bit frustrating, not frustrating, disappointing. Disappointing is a better word. Disappointing when your rare slot and you get a base, and that's just nuts. Newt Gunray, I mean, because you get a base right there, so you, well, whatever. Anakin's Interceptance. Hey, Jar Jar Binks, I remember when I did this before, I did a Jar Jar drinking game. If you don't know, look it up in the history. I got absolutely schnockered every time I opened a box like that. That would normally be a box or a drink right there. So Obi-Wan's Aether Sprite as a hyperspace, and Huyang. I had a Huyang, but they had to remove it in an operation. Okay, so moving on, one legendary, no showcase cards up to this point. What? Tambor. Let's see what we got. Disruptive Burst, Asajj Ventress. I love Asajj Ventress. Tranquility as a rare. And okay, there we go. Now that's a foil General Grievous. I think that actually has a little bit of value too. So that's very nice. I actually don't have a General Grievous in my collection, so that's really good. I don't have a lot of showcase cards. Would love to get another one here. Have a Leia showcase, which I absolutely love. A Rey showcase. Let's see, ATE Vanguard. Ki-Adi-Mundi, that's another legendary. Again, I think that there's a little bit of value there. And an OC Sobek as the foil. I got an Admiral Piet, which you actually saw me on camera. There's actually a camera of the Gamma Ray with opening it up. And a couple of Han Solo that I was able to trade in. No showcase here. Let's see, what else do I got? Luke's Bonteri, Saw Gerrera. Love the character Saw Gerrera. I'm a big Andor fan, and I just love I can't think of his name right now. Maybe in my notes I'll be able to say what his name was. He was an absolutely fantastic actor as Saw Gerrera. Count Dooku, the Nest. Let's see what else I get. Low Altitude Gunship, Zero the Hutt, Sly Moore, and Admiral Trench, Sly Moore. There's a joke there with Sly Moore, I just can't think of it right now. Showcase, no showcase. Mace Windu. Confederate Tri-Fighter, Padme Amidala, and a Count Dooku as my rare, and a 41st Elite Corps Hyperspace, but it is a common, so I don't think there's much value there. Come on, give me a showcase. Not quite sure I'm going to be able to get to the value if I don't get that showcase in here. Another Maul. That is fine. Captain Typho, another rare base. That's fine. That's just sometimes the way it goes. Let's open another pack here. 3 legendaries up to this point. I think the 3 legendaries that I got were good legendaries. Now let's say, I'm not quite sure I'm on the path. Gore, there is a legendary. Now I think that's one that does not have much value. And okay, that's a foil rare. There might be a little bit there depending on how that value is going. I don't know. We'll check it out. But Gore, 4th legendary. Come on, give me that showcase. Jango Fett. Now, a Jango Fett in showcase would be fantastic. That would be really good. I don't have that one yet. Plo Koon! Manufactured Soldiers. Consolidation of Power is my rare. And a Kit Fisto, so a double rare pack. All right. That is fine. How many more packs I got? With this one, that looks like 6 more packs left. All right, let's see what I got here. Bang. Nuts. Obi-Wan. To a Duchess Champion. Clone Cohort. Sabine Wren. I love Sabine Wren. I love her as a leader more than I like her in that card, but that's good. 4 legendaries so far. All right, here we go. Asajj Ventress as a leader. Infantry of the 212th as a hyperspace common. Squad Support, Providence Destroyer, and the Zillo Beast as a rare. That's fine. Don't think there's much value there. Come on. Let's go. Bang! Oh, nuts. Moving on to the uncommons. Ki-Adi-Mundi. All right, hyperspace, Ki-Adi-Mundi. That might actually be a little bit of value, so I'm happy about that. 5th legendary and another Kalani. And a Take Captive as a common foil. I absolutely love this game. When I went to Gen Con, I spent an entire day just drafting Star Wars Unlimited. I think it's a great game. The mechanics are fun. The gameplay is fantastic. The cards are fun. I love the characters. This was just a no-brainer for me to get into this game. I would like to see that if the values of these cards that I have currently can hold. I hope they do, because I think it's an absolutely fantastic game, and I think the guys at Fantasy Flight, they designed a fantastic game that I think stands the test of time if we can just get it to a point where it'll last. Bo-Katan Kryze, and the common the hyperspace foil is a Warrior Drone common. Okay, 2 packs left. Don't think I'm going to be getting that showcase. Probably a little bit on the low side right now of the value, but We'll see. We'll have to just see where the number's at. Obi-Wan's Aether Sprite, Bold Resistance, Unmasking the Conspiracy, and another Obi-Wan's Aether Sprite. You don't really see too many duplicates. Last pack. Do I get the last pack magic? Let's see what we got here. Was the $48 or $47.50 worth it? Didn't get the showcase, but that's all right. Oh, good. I do play with resupply quite a bit, and a hyperspace resupply. There actually might be just a bit of value in that. I'm going to just set that aside. That is a very commonly played card. Vulture Interceptor Wing, and Equalize as my rare, and a, okay, hyperspace foil, Bo-Katan Kryze, not quite sure, but it's Bo-Katan as a hyperspace foil rare. There actually might be just a bit of value in that. Okay, well, you know what? You've already seen the values. I'm going to also see what I can do in selling some of these cards to Cool Stuff Inc. Did I get the $48 back? Probably not, looking at these cards, but I hope I did, and I really appreciate you watching. I know you got a lot of options out there. This is a real quick video. Thanks so much for watching, and may the cards be with you.